Good morning, and welcome to Delaware State University as we celebrate commencement in the classes of 2020 and 2021. I am Dr. Patrice Gilliam Johnson, the proud Dean of the School of Graduate, Adult, and Extended Studies at one of the most substantively diverse contemporary HBCUs in the nation. The pandemic has kept us apart for more than a year, but we're glad to be back at Hornet Nation to celebrate the accomplishments of our esteemed graduates. Over the last year, we have witnessed the strength and tenacity of our students, the will to care for one another and yourselves each day as you navigated remote learning and weekly COVID-19 tests. We saw your creativity and innovation flourish as you found ways to connect with each other, take advantage of virtual experiential opportunities, and engage in activism. You did not allow the circumstances to diminish your accomplishments, and today we celebrate you. This ceremony will be different from the traditional our supportive and proud alumni to faculty and staff. To ensure that this distinguished occasion is enjoyed by all, we ask that you honor this historic institution and its graduates. Please remain seated during the entire ceremony, unless otherwise directed to stand. We are asking that guests follow all COVID protocol, including sitting in and not moving socially distanced chairs or markings. We ask that everyone in attendance keep your mask on at all times. Please be sure to turn your cell phones to vibrate or off. If you need water or assistance, please signal a staff member identified with badges. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. We would like to recognize members of our Administrative Council and our special guests. Please stand. At this time, it gives me pleasure to announce our esteemed platform party. Our processional will begin with Dr. Sandra DeLauder, Provost and Chief Academic Officer, and the first woman to hold this position. The 12th president of the most diverse contemporary HBCU in the nation, Dr. Tony Allen. An author, a scholar, and an entrepreneur celebrating more than her 30 years in business. A woman whose work has served more than 50,000 individuals and businesses around the world. She is both the chair of the university's board of trustees and of the university's $40 million foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Devonna Williams. A president who oversaw the university's historic growth of 5,000 students, placed new technology into the hands of every coming freshman, upgraded the university fleet aircraft in its world-class aviation program, and secured 4-year scholarships for all Delaware children. Ladies and gentlemen, the female and 11th president of Delaware State University, Dr. Wilma Michoud. A retired U.S. Army colonel with 25 years of executive leadership in multinational strategic transportation and logistic planning, systems integration, organizational culture and structure. And we now recognize the driving force of this institution, the distinguished faculty of Delaware State University. Next, we have our faculty advisors and candidates for doctoral degrees. Continuing with the processional, we have our candidates for master's degrees in the School of Graduate, Adult, and Extended Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our May Commencement 2021 processional. At this time, I would ask that you direct your attention to the monitors and stand for the invocation by Chaplain Pamela Adams, presentation of colors by the Dover Air Force Base Honor Guard, and the singing of the national anthem by Dr. Derek Thompson and Chloe Humphreys, followed by the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing by Area Blue, featured artist on season 14 of The Voice and member of Team Alicia Keys.
Let us pray. Source of life, we rejoice today over the wonderful accomplishments of discipline, determination, and self sacrifice that have led to this day of college graduation for our graduates. It has been a great gift from you that they were able to learn from the experts in their chosen field and that they are now prepared to give of themselves in service in the realms of business, the arts, sciences, education, government, and social action. May the skills they have developed managing their time, setting priorities, and keeping focus during exams be the foundation on which they build successful careers and lives. Today, we also pray for tomorrow. This graduation opens another door to another time. As you have led in the past, lead now into the future. Give them focus and clarity and a calling from you to understand their purpose and the courage to respond and step toward that purpose. For this we say amen and amen again.
Amen.
College. Attention. Hut. Right shoulder. Arm. Ready. Cut. Ready. Step. Mark time. College. Halt. Present arms.
Ooh, see, kid, you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming.
And the
Rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that
evening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
You may be seated. Before our greetings this morning, we have a special video presentation, a look back at 2020.
A look back at 2020. In March of 2020, none of us could have imagined that the world would be covered in disposable masks and that 6 feet of space and plexiglass would be the new normal. But as we look back, we adjusted to our new normal and were able to do some exciting things, despite the challenges and the unknown. The partnership with Testing for America and the dedication of students who made the commitment to regular testing and a student-led campaign to mask up made our campus safer. By the fall, faculty and students were able to return to socially distanced classrooms, and that tried and true buzz of hornets was in the air. The year was not without its struggles. The nation got a jarring reminder that justice is not equal, as civil unrest and the social justice movement took center stage. We were living in a dual pandemic, but our students channeled that energy in an artistic way, designing our own Black Lives Matter Plaza, and the university announced the establishment of the Global Institute for Equity, Inclusion, and Civil Rights. The virtual world became our canvas, our community, and our classroom. Students, staff, faculty, and alumni took to WebEx, Blackboard Collaborate, and Zoom to learn, to collaborate, and engage. DSU embraced the culture of virtual events, hosting everything from the virtual pinning ceremony to virtual open house events, conferences, and even a virtual pep rally. Mr. and Miss DSU celebrated Black History Month with a lineup of talented Hornets, and the band and choir kept us entertained throughout the year. And we can't forget the best virtual commencement ever. The spring semester ushered in hope of more normalcy. And for the first time, there was spring football, and the first state rivalry kicked off in Alumni Stadium. We may not have gotten the win, but to be back on campus was exciting and a reminder of the spirit that makes our university so resilient. Spring Fling was back too, and Pooh Shiesty and Lil Durk rocked Alumni Stadium with the We Outside concert. Through it all, Delaware State University had the support of our legislators, alumni, and generous donors. Our regular university forums, hosted by President Allen, reminded us that challenges, progress, and a path forward are the responsibility of each member of Hornet Nation, and that with the power of we, Delaware State University could do anything. Many of us couldn't wait to celebrate the end of 2020. But as we look back, what is most appreciated is the way that each and every member of the Delaware State University family pushed through, the commitment to care for each other, the drive to be innovative, and the will to enter to learn and go forth to serve, without letting the circumstances diminish your accomplishments. Congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021.
Let's give it up. Here to bring greetings in this order are our legislators, after which we will have greetings from the 12th president of Delaware State University, Dr. Tony Allen, followed by the Provost and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Sandra DeLauder, followed by remarks from the President of the Graduate Student Association, Justin Alexander, and greetings from the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Devonna Williams.
Graduating from college is a huge accomplishment under normal circumstances. To do it during a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic is nothing short of remarkable. So let me start by saying congratulations to each of you and to your families for your perseverance. On behalf of the state of Delaware, I want you to know how proud we are of each of you. I also want to take a moment to welcome our friend Dr. Harry Williams back to Delaware and thank him for his leadership role in helping make Delaware State University the institution it is today. Dr. Williams, I wish we could be together in person. There's a psychologist from the University of Pennsylvania named Angela Duckworth. Angela studied a group of cadets at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. During their first year, the cadets at West Point have to go through something called Beast Barracks. For 7 weeks, they have to do physical and mental tasks for 17 hours a day with no break. It's extremely grueling, and it's when a lot of cadets drop out of West Point altogether. Dr. Duckworth was trying to figure out what the difference was between the cadets who dropped out and those who finished and went on to graduate and become Army officers. It turns out that the difference wasn't physical ability, it wasn't SAT scores, and it wasn't high school academic performance. It was something the psychologist called grit, which she defined as a combination of passion and perseverance. Yes, passion and perseverance. Grit is embedded in the history and the spirit of Delaware State University and her students. And it's the story of each of you who found new ways to learn and socialize while keeping your community safe during this pandemic. Today, as we recover from this once-in-a-lifetime event, and as our economy continues to change, students need grit more than ever. That's what a Delaware State University education and diploma brings with it. Academic rigor, yes, but also a proud history and a spirit of determination, passion, and perseverance. Grit that will continue to shape its graduates for the generations to come and to benefit our state and communities in which the graduates live. Congratulations again to each of you. I know you'll make us all proud.
Hi, Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long. Congratulations on this remarkable graduation day to Delaware State University, the Hornets, to our president, Dr. Tony Allen, the Board of Trustees. We are so impressed by the hard work during a pandemic to come to this day that you are walking across this stage. It takes a village. Thanks to family and children and siblings, our loved ones that help us to get to graduation day. I know as a professor at UD and nursing myself how incredibly hard you have worked. You have stepped up to the challenge. And when I thought about the couple minutes that I have with you, I just wanted to leave you with some thoughts and reflection. I want you to be thinking about your why. Take out that cell phone that you have or a little notepad and write down what gets you up in the morning. What is your why? What is your passion? Every spring, when it's around graduation, revisit that. Continue to think about what has driven you to this point. We know things are going to change. Life happens. We have ups and downs and challenges. You know, we know airplanes, we have a great aviation program at DSU. They take off with the wind against them. Many times life is going to be like that. We learn from our failures and our challenges. So I hope as you take that diploma and frame it or walk across the stage, or if you're at home celebrating with family, we want you to see today as the beginning of that journey to the possibility. And we want you to recognize that that attitude of yours will determine the altitude, and you've done that. So a warm and sincere congratulations, not only on the behalf of the state of Delaware, but upon the citizens that you're going to help serve. So I challenge you, not only keep your why, not only see that glass is half full, not only learn from those challenges and failures, but serve others. We know during COVID, service to others has been critical. Think about those as you go across the stage today. And again, sincere congratulations. Continue your lifelong learning. Continue, come back to college, go on to serve others. So, in closing, I really want you to think about life. And I challenge you to risk more than people think is safe, to care more than people think is wise, to expect more than people think is possible. And I know that you will take that motto and move forward. So congratulations, the best to you and to the Hornets, and call on us anytime. Congratulations.
Good morning, Dr. Harry Williams, President Allen, Dr. Devonna Williams, Chairwoman of the Board of Trustees, Senator Carper, Senator Coons, Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester, Governor Carney, Lieutenant Governor Hall Long, distinguished guests, and most importantly, Delaware State University class of 2021. I am so honored as the mayor of the city of Dover, but also as the husband of a Delaware State College alumni and as the father of two daughters who are alumni of Delaware State University, to join you, your families, and your friends on this milestone occasion in your life's journey. Today, you take your rightful place, standing shoulder to shoulder with other distinguished Delaware State University alumni who have positively changed our world and impacted the lives of millions. It is now your time to make your mark on history and on the world. The dawn is rising on your time to foster positive change. Today, you will begin a journey that you have prepared for here at Delaware State University, a premier historically Black university, which over its long and storied distinguished history has grown from a small land-grant institution on the edge of town to the world-class university we all know and cherish today. And the university continues to grow with the recent acquisition of Wesley College, a new page to be written in the history of Delaware State University and the city of Dover. The joining of these two academic institutions forms a stronger presence and a renewed vision for the future for Delaware State University and our city. Finally, once again, congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2021. Go forth and serve, and as you become part of this great legacy of Delaware State University, Hornets rising.
Congratulations to the Delaware State University classes of 2020 and 2021. You've worked tremendously hard, and now it's time to celebrate your success. To the parents and grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunties and uncles, and everyone who supported these wonderful graduates, congratulations. Today is yours to celebrate as well. I know it's been a year of difficult transitions, but graduates, I urge you to look back not just at those challenges, but at the grit you've developed as you've navigated this time of tough change. Think of how prepared you are for the future. And as you move into your careers or continue your studies, you can look back on 2020 and 2021 and remember how strong you are. You've stood in unity, even when physically separated, to face incredible challenges. You've stood together to protest injustice and proclaim that Black lives matter. You've exercised your most fundamental right to vote and to make your voices heard. and you've looked out for your friends and neighbors and family as we've weathered this pandemic together. I've said before, change happens at all levels, and your actions as individuals have a more significant impact than you may think. You plus me really does equal the power of we. So listen, act, unite, speak up, and stand up together. So to everyone graduating this spring at DSU, congratulations. All of us in Delaware are so proud of you. We can't wait to see what you accomplish next. Hornets rising.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm United States Senator Tom Carper. Over 20 years ago, when I was governor of the state, I signed legislation that transformed Delaware State College into Delaware State University, now the #3 ranked HBCU in the United States of America. So proud of Delaware State, and frankly proud of the leaders present, and Tony Allen and Sandra Delauder, and past as well. And we're happy to welcome home. Now, it's not homecoming, Harry, but happy to welcome Harry Williams and Robin home on this graduation day. We've had great leaders at this university, and the key to the success of any organization I've ever been a part of has always been leadership. And I just want to mention a few words about leaders. Leaders are humble, not haughty. They have the heart of a servant. Leaders are uniters, not dividers. They are humble. They understand their job is to serve, not to be served. They're aspirational. They appeal to people's better angels. When their team does well, they give credit to the team. When the team falls short, the leader takes the blame. Leaders seek to do what is right, not what is easy. Leaders treat other people the way they want to be treated. And when the leader knows that they're right, they don't give up. And they are committed to excellence in everything they do. If I were there to give the actual commencement address, I would cut it short, and I'd just cut to 10 words. And I want to just give you those words today. And if I were there, I would ask you to stand up and say these words with me. The first 2 words are aim high. And I would ask you to say aim high. The second 2 words are work hard. The next 4 words are embrace the golden rule. And the last 2 are don't quit. Aim high, work hard, embrace the golden rule, don't quit. Remember those 10 words. You'll be successful in everything you do. And you'll be the leader that your family and your community are looking for. God bless you all. Go get them. And I normally they would take our hats off to honor people, but I got to put my hat on to take all of just to take this moment to congratulate everyone and to say to the families and the parents and everyone who supported you, thank you for being a big part of this. All right, God bless. Now I'll take my hat off. All right, go get him. Hornets rising.
Greetings, graduates, and hello, Hornets. I'm so pleased to be joining you on this exciting day. First, I'd like to acknowledge your incomparable president, Dr. Tony Allen, the Board of Trustees under the divine leadership of Dr. Devonna Williams, the stellar faculty, staff, your family, and friends on this momentous occasion. Navigating the last year has been incredibly challenging, but DSU has shown that when times are low, the Hornets rise. Supporting each other through a pandemic, a racial awakening, and threats to our very democracy, you showed up and you showed out. And I'd also like to welcome home Dr. Harry Williams for what I am certain will be a phenomenal commencement address. Today, class of 2020 and class of 2021, we salute you. The power of we is truly represented in this class. From ages 20 to 72, you come from 28 states, 10 countries, and over 1/3 are first-generation graduates. And for some, folks may say, you're a dreamer, but you are not the only one. The power of we could not be more timely because in this last year, we have truly learned what that power looks like. From distance learning to telework to our mental, physical, and economic health, you learn to adopt, adapt, and appreciate the power of we. You are graduating at an historic time in our country, and you are critical thinkers, you are tech literate, you are more creative, more resourceful, more resilient, and more tenacious than any other graduates I have known. Classes of 2020 and 2021, as the founder of the Bipartisan Congressional Future Work Caucus, I can tell you, you are uniquely prepared and qualified to run the world. And as you move into this next chapter of your life, whether that's getting a job or going to grad school or something else, 3 things. Be grateful. Thank those who helped you get to this moment. Be thankful and be grateful. 2, remember the lessons you've learned at DSU. You are uniquely prepared and qualified. And number 3, give back and come back. Like the Silk Sonic song, we're going to leave the door open. Again, to the class of 2020 and the class of 2021, congratulations. Now soar.
Good morning. I'm Sandra DeLauder. I serve as your Provost and Chief Academic Officer. Thank you all for attending our ceremony today and for your patience as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates in a safe and thoughtful way. To our graduates, we are celebrating your achievements in some unusual times, and we are extremely proud of you. The past year has held many unprecedented challenges, and your presence here today bears witness to your courage and perseverance. We have shared much through this pandemic and established a community that has traversed time and space. We have learned from each other, engaged each other, and supported each other through this crisis. You have shown the world how important education and engagement are, and that no barrier or border can stop you from achieving your dreams. We saw your creativity and innovation flourish as you found ways to connect with each other, take advantage of virtual experiential opportunities, and engaged in activism. You did not allow the circumstances to diminish your accomplishments, and today we celebrate you. As you move on to whatever lies ahead, do know that you are equipped with not only the skills and knowledge, but the courage to be the change agents needed to make this world better. We cannot wait to see all of the great things that you will accomplish. Congratulations to the classes of 20 and 2021. Thank you.
Good morning. I said good morning. Before I begin, let's just take a look around at each other and bask in the glory of the possible. Give yourselves a big round of applause for being here today. Come on, y'all can do better than that. I want to hear you through those masks. We're going to celebrate a little bit today. What a moment to behold. As the proud president of one of the most important institutions in the country, and a fellow colleague, a brother, a friend, class of 2021, class of 2020, welcome to another new beginning. As we find ourselves here, graduates, parents, alumni, friends, together, on the tail end of one of the most vexing times in world history, I am reminded of Ecclesiastes 9, verse 11. The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned. Time and chance happen to them all. Time and chance happen to them all. Graduates, you were chosen for this time. I'm sure you would not have purposely chose to complete your degree through a global pandemic, a defining period of unrelenting racial and civil unrest, and political division that has squared itself at the heart of our democracy. But time and chance happen to them all. And because it happened to you, and many of your loved ones, and all of our communities around the world, you've been made better, more clear, and with such great certainty of purpose that your only real choice is to thank your Creator and move boldly into your future. And here's the good news. You Each of you are why 130 years ago, in that schoolhouse right over there, Delaware State University was born. We didn't simply need more educated Black and brown folks. We didn't simply want another shot at equality. Our ancestors were calling, demanding that their sacrifice not be in vain. They needed you to find your place of usefulness and honor in the world, one that demanded that you develop the intellect and the strength and the unrelenting fortitude that knows how to stand up for others in front of the classroom and in the courtroom, at the corporate board table and at the local community meeting, in your home and in your church, at the lab and sometimes in the midst of the lion's den. When you started this journey, it was not simply because you wanted to get your graduate degree. You wanted to change something in your life and in the lives of others. And right now, here's another chance. Yours is the task of honorable achievement and service in science, in the arts, in business, in technology, in every field of human endeavor. People who look like us come from where we come from and know that triumph and failure must all be seen through the lens of justice and equity and freedom. Last year, this time, we were all watching, unable to take our eyes away from the horror as George Floyd died under a rogue officer's knee in Minneapolis while he cried out for his mother. And while a relentless prosecutor and a jury won back at least some of the pride of that grieving family, I think we all know that there are too many examples that still remain, which for us means the work is not finished. On January 6th, this year, we saw an insurrection built on a lie, while the families of then 400,000 lives were still trying to deal with the fact that they would never enjoy the company of a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, a grandmother, a grandfather, a friend. And at this moment, right today, we still know personally someone who has lost their job or closed their business and can't feed their families. Today is not just about your degree. It's about your purpose. It's your time. Use your great knowledge and instinct and intellect to do something profoundly more compelling than that which is directly in front of you. In about an hour, I'm going to say to all of you something like this. By the authority vested in me by the state of Delaware and the Board of Trustees of Delaware State University, I confer upon you a degree in your respective fields with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. When I say those words, the next question you should ask yourself is this: what will I do with my time and chance? Graduates, congratulations. Now let's rise up together. God bless you.
Greetings to all of our graduates, to our program faculty, and all of the loved ones who are here. I want you to look at our amazing graduates, and what I want you to see is success, overcomers, leaders, survivors of all of the challenges and obstacles that they have faced, because today, their hard work, their dedication, unwillingness to waver, unwillingness to give up, their sacrifices have forged them to what I see today as the new gold standard of what success is and what success looks like. Today is not only one day to celebrate our graduates, but this is the beginning of a lifetime of celebration for our graduates. So I say to all of our graduates, I am proud to see what I see today. Students that have truly persevered. So Delaware State University graduates, today I charge you to stand tall, walk proud, and remember all that you have done to get here this day. I look forward to one day seeing you all on the big screen. I look forward to one day listening to the lives that you've touched, you've impacted, and that you have changed. And I one day look forward to reading about all the success that you have done. So from here on out, I challenge you all to look in the mirror, no matter how hard the challenges get, no matter how long you have to persevere in your future process as leaders. I want you to wake up and say, I woke up with greatness. I woke up as a creator of future change, because you are the leaders of tomorrow. So to all of our graduates, I welcome you to the world, because this is yours. Thank you.
Peace and blessings, Delaware State University. I am so excited for each and every one of you as you mark this momentous occasion. We know that 2020 and 2021 were anything but normal for all of us, but you all pushed through, you persevered, and you met with success, and that is a beautiful blessing. As you continue on this journey in your respective fields, my hope is that you hold true to the core values of integrity, of community, of scholarship, of diversity, and outreach, so that you positively impact every single person you come into contact with. And I know that you all will. Congratulations. My love to you all. Mwah.
You're heartbroken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out. See it in you, so we gon' walk it out, baby. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I will rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting harder and harder to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Yeah. Mountains, mountains, and I rise up, high like the waves. I will rise, spite of the ache. I'll do it, do it, do it, do it. that we have each other, and for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. Oh, rise. I will rise up. High like the waves, I will rise in spite of the ache 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I will rise in spite of the ache. I will rise up, high like the waves. I will rise in spite of the ache. I will rise again and again and again for I'll do it, do it, do it. I'll do it, do it, do it. I will rise. Spite of the ache, I will. In spite of the ache, I'll do it, do it, do it. I'll do it. Oh.
That was truly beautiful. Well, it is my great honor and privilege to stand before you as the chairwoman of the Board of Trustees for our great institution. I'd like to welcome and congratulations to the class of 2021 of Delaware State University. Congratulations to you. At this time, I'd like to ask the other members of the Board of Trustees who are here today to stand with me, Dr. Harrington and Dr. Wilma Michoud. As the chair, I speak on behalf of all the members of the trustees when we ask that you continue the legacy of this institution. The examples before you are worldwide and in our audience today. As I reflect on the class of 2021, I am truly impressed by your strength and resilience. You will forever be known as the class that persevered despite the global pandemic and the social justice crisis that impacted the world. You could not attend school as you had planned. You could not celebrate as you had planned. But you planned to succeed. And look at you, you are here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Members of your class have been praised by national leaders, politicians, activists, and entertainers, and of course, the educators that are here today to celebrate your accomplishments. You will be noted in history as part of a trailblazing group of young, brave, inspirational students who did not let a crisis or the uncertainty of what we've been living through dull your creativity or silence your dreams. You are the generation that will redefine what inclusivity, collaboration, and unity means to the world. We know that you will take advantage of your now educated savviness and make the world a better place. The world needs you. Take the time and develop a plan of action to accomplish your next set of goals and execute it to the best of your ability. Think about how you can impact your alma mater and influence those who will enter to learn in the coming months. As I close, know that the doors to our storied institution are always open to you. So please come back, reach back, and give back to your alma mater. On behalf of the Delaware State University Board of Trustees, congratulations again to you and your families. Thank you. Thank you. I would ask now that you turn your attention to the monitors for a special message. Thank you.
Hi, it's Magic Johnson. I'm honored to be here today at the Delaware State University 2021 graduation. First and foremost, congratulations to all of the graduates and your family who supported you along the way. It takes a village to achieve your goals, and considering you are all here today, I want to recognize not only you, but your support system that got you to this point. Thank you to President Dr. Tony Allen and the entire Delaware State University administration, faculty, and staff for your work to support all of these incredible young people. Although we are here holding your graduation virtually this year, it doesn't take away from your tremendous achievement. You have worked hard to get to this point, and your sacrifice, focus, and dedication have paid off. So take a moment right now. Stand on up. Give yourself a big round of applause. In my life and over my career as a 5-time NBA champion, Hall of Famer, and businessman, I've learned the importance of being accountable and being a change agent in the world. So be accountable, stick to your commitments, follow up, and over-deliver. Continue to learn and grow from every situation. Be the first to arrive on your new job. Ask a lot of questions and be the last to leave. All mentors will have an incredible impact on your career journey. My mentor supported me and helped me elevate to the next level. To find a mentor that can do the same for you. So dedicate your time to changing the world. By reaching back, giving to your community, the work you do today affects generations to come. As future leaders of this country, it's up to you to continue the legacy of the great Delaware State alumni. Let everyone know you are a proud HBCU graduate. It all matters. I'm really proud to be the first of my 9 siblings to go to college and open the door for my brothers and sisters to attend college as well. I'm sure many of you are the first in your family or your community to graduate and earn your degree. You are all now role models, and your success will inspire other young boys and girls who look like you to pursue their own higher education. Be proud. Tell the world that you graduated from the Delaware State University, home of the Hornets. Congratulations, and most of all, good luck, and God bless you all.
Graduates, y'all got Magic Johnson and Andre Day. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Justice Tamika Montgomery Reeves. Justice Reeves is the first African American and the youngest person to ever serve on the Delaware Supreme Court. At 39, she took her formal oath on January 3rd, 2020. Justice Montgomery Reeves grew up in Jackson, Mississippi, and later earned her bachelor's degree at the University of Mississippi and a law degree at the University of Georgia Law School. After practicing corporate governance and securities litigation law at the New York firm of Wheel, Goschel, and Mangs, she moved to Delaware in 2011 and joined the Wilmington firm of Wilson, Cecchini, Goodrich, and Rosati. It is indeed my great honor to have you turn your attention to the monitors and welcome the mother of Jackson and Tyson and the wife of Jeff, the Most Honorable Justice Tamika Montgomery Reeves.
Hello, my name is Tamika Montgomery Reeves, and I am a justice on the Delaware Supreme Court. I am honored today to speak to the graduating class of the School of Graduate, Adult, and Extended Studies. I was truly humbled by Dean Johnson and President Tony Allen's invitation to speak to such an accomplished group. Hopefully something I share today will adequately express the significance of what you all have accomplished, especially during these most unusual times. The sacrifices that you and your families have made to achieve this remarkable accomplishment serve as irrefutable evidence of the power of we in your respective lives. I'd like to take a few moments to share my thoughts on the role each of us has in creating and maintaining the power of we. The 46th President of the United States of America, President Joseph R. Biden, is credited with saying, "We lead not by the example of our power, but by the power of our example." The power of our example was evident and necessary to address the events we've all recently faced as a global community. 2020 was a challenging year, to say the least. The world was confronted with a devastating pandemic that made our mortality real in a very different way. It reminded us that our time here on this earth is a precious gift that we should not take for granted. In almost an instant, life as we knew it changed. We had to shelter in place, curb our personal interactions, wear masks and social distance. But we as a nation didn't, and you as a school did. We all came together and we met the challenges head on, working together. Neighbors have helped neighbors. We've learned to connect with loved ones through technology rather than in person. And now we are lining up to get vaccinated to protect ourselves and each other. As we hopefully began to turn the corner in this pandemic, it would behoove us not to forget the lessons of this time. As you began the journey into your respective careers, treat each day, each opportunity, and each task like the gift that it is. Respect the reality that life is not promised. It can change in an instant. This does not mean that you should live your life in fear of bad things to come. To the contrary, it means that you should be bold and brave and open to new opportunities. Have confidence in who you are and also in who you think you might be or might want to become. Do not limit yourself and do not let others limit you. Your next opportunity might be something that you never imagined. 2020 has taught us that we can't take anything for granted. So be open to receiving what's out there for you. Be bold and brave and go out and try new things. In the midst of the global pandemic that we came together to overcome, we also faced the stain of racism that has plagued our country since her inception. The video recording of the murder of George Floyd caused many to embrace the harsh reality that racism and classism are diseases that our country has yet developed an immunity from. It is truly a watershed moment for our nation. I cannot imagine what my great-grandfather, who was born in Mississippi in 1865, yes, you heard me correctly, I am only 2 or 3 generations removed from slavery, but I cannot imagine what he would think to see our country making legitimate efforts to eradicate racism, just as we are attempting to do with COVID-19. I believe the key ingredient for the vaccination to racism is us, or rather we. We must develop tolerance for each other. We must seek understanding from each other and of each other. We must remove prejudice of our fellow human based simply on the color of that person's skin or the collar of that person's shirt. We must serve. We must be active participants and agents of change. To put it simply, we must each do our part, as we all have a part to play, and we can all change the world together. As we look forward to the years to come, hopefully the events of this past year will not merely serve as a footnote of a moment in time when humanity came together simply because we were forced to. I'm optimistic that if we continue to work together, we will continue to succeed in all aspects of life. For you, that journey begins today. You are well equipped to change the world. You have an education from one of the finest institutions of higher learning in America. Your dedication and commitment to your education, especially during these trying times, and the support of your loved ones have brought you to this day. And those same skills will carry you through your life and will help you to change the lives of others. So here's my advice to you. If you see a problem in the world, change it. Don't wait for the perfect moment to act, because it will never come. Act now. Move now. Do it now. The degree you receive from Delaware State University is not just a nice decoration for your wall. Again, it's evidence that you are committed to being an agent of change and that you are well equipped to succeed. Use what you've learned during your experience here. Call on your classmates when you need help. Be willing to help those who call on you. Use your tremendous network of faculty and administrators to accomplish your goals. Be the example. I'll end my thoughts today, as I began them, with another quote from arguably the most quoted person in the history of commencement addresses, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? When attempting to determine your role in we and the example you choose to set, I encourage you all to consider a life of service. As Dr. King showed us, we can all be great because we can all serve. Use your advanced degrees to improve not only your life, but the life of someone else. I have personally found that helping others is one of the most fulfilling things that anyone can do. Again, congratulations to you on this amazing accomplishment, and may God bless you on your new journey.
Thank you, Justice Montgomery Reeves, for inspiring our graduates this morning, and thank you for your service to the great state of Delaware. And now we will proceed with the conferring of the degrees. President Allen, it is my pleasure as the Dean of the School of Graduate, Adult, and Extended Studies to present the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and Education degrees. Will the candidates please come forward for public recognition along with your major advisor?
Renee Schofield Marine, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, Free Speech as Perceived and Practiced by Professional and College Student Journalists, a Qualitative Meta-Synthesis. Advisor, Dr. Shintathnath Quantum. Bina Daniel, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, a qualitative investigation of student learning outcomes for on-campus student employees. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Shanita Lanier Powell, Educational Leadership, Dissertation and Exploration of Secondary and Post-Secondary Collaboration through Dual Enrollment on Student Success. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips and Dr. Nilmarjeet Rathi. Phyllis Riley Coleman, Educational Leadership, Dissertation, Investigating Critical Race Theory and Teachers' Ideologies on Race in Urban Schools, a Comparative Case Study Analysis. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Varnika Baynard, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, The Effects of the Use of a Growth Mindset Intervention of Self-Efficacy, Student Motivation, and Academic Achievement of Middle School Students with Vulnerabilities. Advisor, Dr. Nirmaljeet Rathi. Naya McCants, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, An Examination of College Readiness, Student and Teacher Relationships as Measured by Student Achievement of High School Grade Point Average, College Grade Point Average, and SAT Score. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Adrienne Bazemore Clark, Educational Leadership. Advisors, Dr. Richard Phillips and Dr. Nirmaljeet Rathi. Helen T. Eong, Educational Leadership. Georgianne Sturgis, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, Board of Trustees' Perception on the Impact of Decision-Making and Sustainability of Historically Black Colleges and Universities, a Phenomenological Study. Advisor, Dr. Shinata Gadum. Dawn Mosley, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, The Power of Belonging, a qualitative study of the effects of marketing and communications on enrollment and retention at historically black colleges and universities in the Northeast region of the United States. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips and Dr. Nirmaljeet Rathi. Tiffany Lomax, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, Social and Professional Barriers Inhibiting African Americans from Obtaining Leadership. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Ann Scholes-Netler, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, a qualitative meta-synthesis examining instances of albinism and able-bodied privilege as experienced by students with disabilities in higher education. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Alex Meredith, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, a comparative case study analysis of the transfer process in preparation to transfer from a 2-year to a 4-year higher education institution. Advisor, Dr. Richard Phillips. Sharday Shanice Showell, Neuroscience. Dissertation, Drosophila models of synaptic visceral transport in neurodegenerative diseases. Advisor, Dr. Hakeem Lawal. Christopher Michael Janney, Neuroscience. Dissertation, characterizing the effects of cytoplasmic expression of TDP-43 and astrocytes anxiety-like behaviors and non-cell autonomous neurodegeneration with sex and development differences. Advisor, Michael Gicho. Carla Ruby Sanchez, Neuroscience. Dissertation, the physical presence of astrocytes is required in the development of synchronous activity in neural networks. Advisor, Murali Timberni. Von Homer, Neuroscience. Dissertation, characterization and development of a computational model of the tibialis anterior muscle using surface electromyography. Advisor, Dr. Melissa Harrington. Nicholas Philip Calvano, Optics. Dissertation, aluminum nitrate thin films for uncooled infrared detection. Advisor, Dr. Mukti Rana. Louis Quincy Lott, Applied Chemistry. Dissertation, carboxylate surface functionalized nanodiamonds with cytosine for drug delivery. Advisor, Dr. Sharice Winstead. Travis Mashu Sudler, Educational Leadership. Dissertation, Sacred Identity, a qualitative study of the African American classification within the United States and its impact on the education system. Advisor, Dr. Chetna Gautam.
President Allen, these candidates have completed all requirements as prescribed by the faculty in their respective fields and are hereby recommended for the Doctor of Education and Doctor of Philosophy degrees, respectively.
Gives me great pleasure to say, by the authority vested in me by the state of Delaware and the Board of Trustees at Delaware State University, I confer upon each of you the Doctor of Education and the Doctor of Philosophy degrees in your respective fields with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
And now for the master degrees. President Allen, may I once again present Dr. Patrice Gilliam Johnson, Dean of the School of Graduate Adult and Extended Studies, who will in turn present the candidates for master's degrees. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts degree, the Master of Science degree, the Master of Business Administration degree, and the Master of Social Work degree please come forward for public recognition?
Siani Smith. Kamaria Ashante Edwards. Siobhan Fair. Sarah Halima Maltero. Adam Jefferson Siri. Jaden Raynor. Jessica Patel. Tanisha Laysat. Katrina Green. Deetra Ayana Harper. Julia Ann Lee. Mark Anthony Daniels.
Janae Julia Hope Robinson. Corinna Baquette. Brianna Hill. Montserrat Abigail Montos. Rosalind Battle. Sabrina Bendayer. Maria Elizabeth Ruggiero. Kevin Warwick. Georgia Dylan Gordon. Omar Jaimes Rodriguez. Daniel Sanvi. Haiti Aguilera Quintanilla. Amber Sherryman Houghton. Christina Gabrielle Connolly. Tanae Ashley Scott. Jasmine Johnson Nicholson. Brianna Spellman. Sonia DeWalt.
Amanda Lee Santiago. Morgan Meyer. Octavius Henry. Ismail Medina Lara. Tony Renee Washington. Tajay Warner. Kennedy Christian Graves. Caitlin Snow Ryan. Janelle Joy Austin. Delilah Cologne. Brandon Lewis. Christian Johnson. Washington Doe. Taisha Lachey Broadway. Genoa Liu. Deja Carmen Bray. Brittany Moles. Aaliyah Vance. Stacy Gia Edwards. Brooke Jayla Porter. Rosemary Ehunyana Ibram. Lungowi Mulozi. Byron Manzanero. Sierra Bay. Terrence Gamble II. Don Hopkins. Cindy Lamontine. Sydney Monet Davis. Shelvia Draper. Shakira Backus. Brittany Christine King. Jasmine Zimba Jackson.
President Allen, these candidates have completed all requirements as prescribed by the faculty in their respective fields and are hereby recommended for the Master of Arts degree, the Master of Science degree, the Master of Business Administration degree, and the Master of Social Work degree.
All right, I need y'all to get really fired up now. By the authority vested in me by the state of Delaware and the Board of Trustees at Delaware State University, I confer upon you the master's degree in your respective fields with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. And as Dr. Michoud used to say, let the degrees be granted.
Congratulations, everyone. Give yourselves another hand. Before we conclude today's ceremony, we ask that you follow campus security and our ushers as you safely exit the venue. I would like to thank and acknowledge the entire platform party, the Commencement Committee chaired by Dr. Irene Hawkins and Dr. Francine Edwards, our special guests, the faculty, staff, parents, students, alumni, friends, and supporters of this great institution. Dr. Allen, please leave our graduates with some parting words.
Before I give you just a few thoughts, I want you to give it up for two incredible colleagues who believe in the power of the possible at Delaware State University and whose leadership made this event possible today. Dean Francine Edwards and Dr. Irene Hawkins. Let's give them a big round of applause. When I said no, they said yes. And I would be remiss if I did not say hello and I love you to my beautiful, beautiful bride-to-be, Tara Givens Anderson. Graduates, if you remember nothing else today, remember this: Invictus, out of the night that covers me. Black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for this, my unconquerable soul. In the frail clutches of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloodied, but yet unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horrors of the shade, and yet the minutes of the years find and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate, the captain of my soul. Time and chance happen to them all. God bless you.
Source of life. Even as we experience wonder and joy in the gifts that are shared on today, we know that our work is not done. May these graduates and may all of us not see this only as the culmination of a remarkable experience, but may this day be an invitation to move forward in life to continue the work of repairing the world, of living into the gifts of knowledge we receive not for their own sake, but for the sake of justice and the care for all beings. Now, as these graduates go forth into the world as strong leaders, guiding with intelligence and kindness, as inspired thinkers, creatively seeking positive change, as dedicated citizens and volunteers ready to work for justice, and as active members of new communities ready to share your gifts, we pray for guidance and patience. For all that has been, we offer thanks. For all that will be, we say yes and amen.
Hail the daughter, thy children greet thee.
For the singing of the alma mater.
Thee with loyalty, love, strength, and truth. Here in thine ancient halls, oh, thy plates so verdant, thou art our guide in thy pathways of youth. From the broad world without comes thy sons and daughters, buried our laurels to lay at thy shrine. Ere shall we heed thy call,